Good day, fine people, a very warm welcome to you once again. Thank you for clicking on this video. My name is Nick from the Commodore Amiga. I'm looking at a game in our haphazard way called Robozone, published by Imageworks in 1991. It's a shooter platformer where you control this futuristic walker robot thing who must rid the world of pollution. There's been some sort of natural disaster, or unnatural disaster due to industrial development, and we must go around trying to fix that. Now, all the time, I think it's based in New York, all the time there's scavengers. We're in the Wolverine robot. The scavengers trying to take us out as well. They've built robots and trying to take over too. So, on the bottom left, we can see pollution. That's not very much at the moment. Our energy on the right, every time I take a hit, that will go down. I'm in this strange walker thing called a Wolverine robot. Dodgy gameplay, nincompoop chat, seeing you got me your first second go. There's a choice of either sound or sound effects. You can't have both, which is a bit strange. There's power-ups as well. So on this first level, I'm going to try and... Oops, I'm dead. On this first level, I'm going to try and find my way out of the subway, hopefully. If you had this game back in the day, then let me know. It's playing a bit basic at the moment. I feel a bit detached from the situation. You can fall down holes, you can climb up holes as well. Remember to push the joystick left or right as you get up there to get out. There's power-ups around here from previous robots that were destroyed. Don't know what that done, but it was an energy uplift. So it's like a maze. First of all, I need to find my way out of it. It's New York. There's scavengers, there's been a disaster, people feel like they've been abandoned by their government, but I don't think it's going to happen quite yet, so don't worry about that. It's not going to be like tomorrow or next Thursday. This is in the far-flung future. I don't like that weapon, that looks a bit poor. At the moment it's very, very basic for a Commodore Amiga game. Something similar to this was to come out a couple of years later from Psygnosis called Walker in 1993, so we'll have to have a look at that because Psygnosis generally do really advanced games, or did back in the day. Got a funny feeling, I don't know for sure, it might blow this one completely out of the water, but let's give this a bit of a chance. Go, go, go! Excellent, please subscribe if you haven't already, that keeps the channel going, and it's very hard to get noticed even after I've been doing it all this time. Some videos on other channels get thousands of views straight away. This one struggles. After an hour it might have just about 20. So thank you for continuing to watch this, and a huge thank you to the members as well, and those people that share the videos on social media platforms. Continue. We've got a few continues, so that is good. If you are a big futuristic walker walking through a heavily polluted city against scavengers and all manner of stuff and robotic insects, then comment in the comment section below. Is a bee an insect? Bzzz, I don't know. We go off on tangents. It's about having fun, and we're stress busting. Other Commodore Amiga reviews are available on this channel, loads of them. There's a link to those in the description below, or click on my username, it takes you to the channel page. Right, so first of all, we're not dying straight away. Avoid the obstacles. Any contact with them, my walker will glow white, and I'm losing energy there. Not dying straight away, so it's good we've got an energy bar rather than destroying immediately. That ends the frustration. Oh, look at that, missiles, that's quite good. Now on the top right is the weapon we've got at the moment. As soon as we're losing those missiles, you see that's going down, so we might have to conserve those, but it's a waste of time me conserving them because I'm going to die straight away. Now I'm trying to find an exit out of the subway. There's a number of levels there. If you have played Walker, then let me know in the comment section below. Is it better than this, or is it worse than this, or is it just about the same? Got a funny feeling there might be a few games like this round about the place, but this one is Robozone. It's a zone of robos. Wolverine's shield's been reduced to a minimum, and he falls helplessly to the floor. So there's two ways of losing in this game. One is that you lose all your basic energy, and the other one is you're too slow and the pollution level of New York rises such a degree that all the people in the city die. So it's a nice fun light game, nice and jolly. They should have had some fun, more fun music like rainbows and buttercups and da-da-da-da-da-da. Everything is feeling so groovy and lovely. Rainbows, honey drops and da-da-da-da-da-da. No, this is a Doomsville scenario. Everything is bad. Why is all interpretations in science fiction and games of the future bad? Like robots taking over, AI's taken over, There's nothing any good, apart from Star Trek, The Next Generation. That had a great positive thing on it, where money had been eradicated, and people just lived to better themselves there. And they had replicators that create anything they want, and there was no need for wealth and stuff. Unless you was a Ferengi, then you wanted gold press latinum. If you are a Ferengi watching this, always after gold press latinum, explain yourself in the comment section below. Unless you're Quark, Rog, or the other one. Right, go. So, you know, we're in the subway. Subways are supposed to be safe. Bearing in mind the public are going down here to catch trains. We like to catch a train down here. They say in the subway or the underground system, the quartz coming off the track is heavy pollution, so wear a mask. I think we're beyond that point now. We're in a bit of a walker going around the place. Now, my favourite walker from the movies is, if you can call it a walker, is that thing that Ellen Ripley was in Aliens, the movie, where she went into this robot thing and duked it out with the Queen Alien. Yes, that's pretty good. Is there a game where you can do that? Comment in the comment section below. Now, at the moment then, I'm feeling this game is a nice idea, but it's a little bit flat for me. I like the animations, although there's not many frames there when he jumps up the hull. And I'm not making much progress here. Some nice upgrades, some are more helpful than others, but I think this game is a bit too boring for me. I don't know what it would have scored back in the day because I keep away from the reviews, but there's not enough there for me to, you know, be at school or college and be desperate to get home to play the thing. I mean, I wouldn't have been even disappointed if I'd lended it to a friend and never got it back, which is probably unlikely, because he probably would have given it back straight away. It's alright for an interest, for a few sort of like moments there, or from a historical point of view, but when you was limited for pocket money, or low wages when you was just starting out, it's not the sort of thing you would have wasted your money on. 1991, I would have preferred Speedball 2, or, you know, these sort of games, yeah, they have to be really, really good to get my attention. And it looks very, very 2D, could do a bit more shading. They could have been done to bring it out a bit, maybe 3D rendered models, and maybe I'm pushing it a bit too far here. But it might have worked better as an 8-bit game. I think it would have been acceptable on the Commodore 64, Amstrad CPC, or the ZX Spectrum. I think this was pretty good, but it seems like it hit the middle ground for 1991. Robozone, not Boyzone, not Womanzone, Robozone. Womanzone was a magazine, of course. I never bought a copy. I would look like a pretty weird person buying that. Right. The aliens just continue, the scavengers just continue to regenerate throughout the whole game. And I'm completely utterly lost. A map would have been good, energy's quite low. A map saying you where to go, or some arrows would have been quite useful. Yeah, and it's quite reflective of what my first goes would have been, or probably my 20th or 30th go. I would have been stuck here. It would be nice if we could use the missiles to blast through there. I'll get some clues. Some people might be screaming at the screen of exits I've missed to get through, but it's a Wolverine robot. Not to get confused with Wolverine from the X-Men, with those big claws coming out of his knuckles, which have been useful for me at the bus stop, especially when it's quite packed, but it never happens. Right, we aim the views to be about 10 minutes long to get a bit of an overview of what the game is like, but you may be feeling the same about this game as I did, or I have, or you might disagree. Quite possibly, if you did have this game back in the day as a gift or birthday present, and you didn't have many other games in your box, you'd hold a lot of nostalgia for this one and getting some warm feelings that I'm not getting as an adult coming back to it, so it might lift it there. But because I didn't have it, I'm finding it very hard to gel with this or find any love. I just want that extra bit more from the thing. Maybe more meteor upgrades, slightly better graphics, a more thumping music tune with sound effects as well, the two combined together. Look at my weapon at the top there, that's just the basic gun. I'm starting to lose the will to live a bit because I know already I'm not going to get anywhere unless I fluke it. First of all, I thought just falling down the holes would gradually take me somewhere and exit out the subway. Once you get out of the subway, you're then in the city, but my fear is, my suspicion is, the gameplay isn't going to change a great deal. Maybe it gets less mazy when you get into the city, because basically it's just going to scroll either horizontally or vertically, isn't it? There, but it's not something that I'm eager to keep going back to over and over again, spending hours on to try and reach the end. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Even though, if you have completed this, skibbity bib bab. I don't know why I said skibbity bib bab. But if you have completed this, then let me know. Was it worth the effort, or did you prefer Walker, which we haven't reviewed yet, from Psygnosis in 1993? Haven't reviewed it yet at time of recording, but it is on the list to cover after looking at this thing. I have seen other people say that this is a rip-off of Walker, but this came out in 1991. Walker was 1993, so that can't be the case, can it? There's a 2-year gap, unless the developers were time travellers. So, maybe Walker, they looked at this and thought, we can do a bit better. Psygnosis generally have top quality, although they do have a few stinkers. This one is from Imageworks. My favourite Imageworks game is Speedball 2. Which is completely different to this. It's a futuristic sports game, if you didn't know about that. One of my go-to games back in the day. I tend to favour sports games, Kickoff 2, Speedball 2, easy fight games like IK+, which are easy to get into there, or racing games. Stunt Car Racer, the Lotus Trilogy, Jaguar XJ220. So are the main go-to games that I used to play. Boom, boom. Ones that didn't require a great deal of thought, to be honest. Or exploration. I like the Great Giant Sisters. That was a platformer there. And some of the shooters. Mega Typhoon, Battle Squadron. Go, go, go. You've probably got your favourites as well. I mean, we covered, when we're doing this channel, because basically, first of all, if you're starting the channel, you cover all the main games that you knew about back in the day. So did all those, and then there's lots and lots of Amiga games, quite a lot of them, because I didn't realise back at the time, of course, because you focus on the best games, aren't very good. They're mediocre, not fully fleshed out, some are extremely poor. This is like, I would say, a middling game. Bomb, 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 bomb. Right, anyway, it's green coloured, green and yellow, not silver, so it's, and it's blown up again. Have we got any more continues left? Well, we'll just do this last continue, but I'm not going to get any further, I don't think. Yes, by all means, in the comment section, that's what it's there for. Put your views about the game, any tips you might have for me, or, if you played it since the review and come back. Did you get out of the subway? And I don't mean the subway like a big sandwich. Don't get out like a 4-foot sandwich, don't do that. Quite expensive now, isn't it, eating out? Talking about Subway, as he goes off on a tangent again. You get a big foot long. How much is that then? £38,000. Why is that? Take the lettuce out. Okay, £37,000. I mean, this creature walking around, he just looks like a big lettuce. He's a bit slow. I mean, if I was going to attack him, I'd probably shoot to the joint on the legs and it'll collapse like a Jenga. Looks like he's got hooves rather than proper feet. I don't know, they're gripping on the floor. Yes. Anywho, there must have been a better way to clear the city than this in our Wolverine robot, which is probably less effective than the Sinclair C5. Kaboom! Any more continues, or is that it? Oh, there we go, that's it. Wolverine shields have been reduced to a minimum, and he falls hopelessly to the floor. Well, that's like me at the end of a large shift where I work. Large scavenger approaches, his gun's locked onto Wolverine's smash shell, and they use it to build their special insects. Well, I hope you liked having a look at that. I was very underwhelmed. There's elements that are okay, but it doesn't stand out as a classic game, so middling for me. So I hope you liked having a look at that one. That was Robozone, published by Imageworks in 1991. A shooter platformer that is going to be tough for anyone to remember. So if you've got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro, or indeed Commodore Amiga, then put that in the comment section below. I love reading your comments. Until next time, take great care of yourself, and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.
Rainbows and buttercups and da-da-da-da-da-da. Everything is feeling so groovy and lovely.